Jackson Radio Show.
I know he's been out there making the case, but these are very serious accusations against Roy Moore. Why is this race even close?
Listen, the state of Alabama voted for this president by 28 points. The fact that we are closed and narrowed in to a statistical dead heat is really important. I believe that the people of Alabama realize that this election is really about the soul of this nation and the soul of Alabama. And we who have been proud Alabamians know that we have been trying to overcome our painful past. And this candidate, Roy Moore, will only take us backwards and harken us back to the days of segregation.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So the Democrats will claim a moral victory if Roy Moore happens to win today. It'll be another moral victory. God forbid they actually win. Oh, man, let's hope that doesn't occur. Well, what's funny is they harken back to the days of if Roy Moore wins, it'll take Alabama back to the days of segregation. Hey, Congresswoman Terry Sewell, I will tell you this. Black people have already taken black liberals back to the days of segregation. Really? Go look. Let me tell you what black leftists do. They listen to Radio 1. They listen to Ricky Smiley, Tom Joyner, Steve Harvey, all black racist. They only, look, I don't care if you want to be ethnically supporting of blacks because you say, let's help change the economic condition of black folks. I don't care about that. You're free to do what you want with your money. But when you do it based on this ethnocentric racist idea, I have a problem with that. Black folks have lost their minds on the left, and they get mad when people call them out on it. Racist to their rotten cores. And what do you want me to say? Oh, Kevin, you're just one of them. You want to be white. You want to please the white man. I have not an ounce of anything inside of me that says I want to please a white man. Not an ounce. I want to please human beings. I want to be a good citizen. But to be honest, I'm not always I can be a jerk. I've been a jerk. And let me tell you something. I don't even care. Some guy wrote to me the other day and he says, do you know the difference between, he says, Kevin, you need to look up the difference between then and then. And he put them in quotes. And I suggest you go to the dictionary and look up the difference between then and then. That's what he wrote. And I wrote him back and I said, you know what? Your little petty behind is nothing but a waste of my time. I said, why would you write something so stupid? I said, if you find a mistake in something we write, it's because we move very fast around here. We're understaffed and certainly underpaid. Guarantee it. Why do you want to do that? We have better things to do. You want to write to me. People write to me all the time. Kevin, you meant to put not or instead of no here. Or you did this and it's it's got something big in the article that changes the meaning. And I go, thank you very much. And we go change it. But you need to look in the dictionary, the difference between then and then. And I was like, oh, so thank you, Einstein, because I certainly don't know that. A writer, a wordsmith, a person who's changed his career. I'm too stupid to know that. And this guy wants to tell me he's a conservative. And he's effectively telling me I'm too stupid. And so when I wrote him back, he writes back to me, oh, wow, you're a little sensitive, aren't you? You're this, that, and the other. And I said, look, princess, this is not about sensitivity. This is about time. You're wasting my time in fighting the battle over nonsense because you want to feel superior. And I said, you're writing to me like a leftist. And he went back and forth 2 or 3 more times. And finally, when the light came on, you know what he said? I apologize, Mr. Jackson. The way I came at you really did indicate that I was patronizing. I was, mocking you. And I said, you doggone Skippy, you did. I didn't tell him that. I just said, thank you. I appreciate you seeing it, and went along my merry way. So, but here's the thing. I don't care if the guy, he's like, you're a jerk. Good. I hope you think I'm a jerk because you know what? You're a jerk. I'm not apologizing to you for that. And I know my way, my style doesn't rub everybody the right way. I don't really care. I'm so happy with who I am. Do I change things here and there? Do I, go? Yeah, absolutely. I change the way I want to feel. not based on somebody else. So all these people, Kevin, you're trying to do this for so-and-so. I don't care what you think. Couldn't care less. And I think Donald Trump is the same way. I think, and I'll just be blunt, I think successful people learn to be comfortable in who they are. This is the lesson. If there's any lesson I give to anybody today, I'm not saying be a jerk, because I'm not a jerk. I can be a jerk because I'm a human being. But whatever I choose to be, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to understand that, my fallacies are part of being a human. But overwhelmingly, I think most people would say Kevin's a pretty affable person, good person to be around. And I think that it's the same with Trump. I think that that's the way he sees himself is, look, I don't need to put on for you. I love there was a clip that came out or something. It was a meme, and it said, Donald Trump says, I don't care what you think about my immigration policy. If it protects Americans, that's all I care about. He didn't care about the PC nature of it. He didn't care about what's that going to poll like or whatever. And that's what makes people gravitate to him. And quite honestly, I know that's what makes my friends gravitate to me. But I want to talk about this article I read in Slate. They're trying to figure Trump out. And here's what they write. Almost a year into his presidency, the New York Times publishes a long inside look at President Donald Trump's White House to paint a picture of a leader who is still struggling to learn the basics of how to deal with the daily grind of his office. Part of it is a lot of caffeine. Trump drinks as many as 12 Diet Cokes a day, according to a piece by Maggie Haberman, Glenn Thrush, and Peter Baker. 3 people at the New York Times wrote a piece on Donald Trump drinking 12 Diet Cokes a day. And it's got another piece to this that I'm going to go into. But here's what I want to talk about. Donald Trump has never drank, nor has he ever done a drug. And I find that admirable because I've certainly drank. Never done a drug. I mean, I did a Valium once before I got LASIK surgery. And I've taken, some prescription painkiller or whatever for different things. But I've never done an illegal drug. I've certainly never done any drug to, for chronic pain, and now I'm hooked on opioids or anything. I've never done anything like that. And you've got a president who says, no, I'm not doing that. Now, let me tell you why. Most people who know the program, know me and have listened to the program know that it isn't because I'm a prude. It's because I said to myself years ago that I have sort of an addictive personality. I believe that. And I'm not going to do anything that would jeopardize my future because of the addiction. So when people would go, drugs, man, kid, this is really cool. I believe you. Trust me. I know if I do that, I'm going to love it. And then I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to figure out ways to keep doing it. They're going to be really creative. And then I'm going to end up in prison. So no, I pass. And my suspicion is Donald Trump said the same thing. I don't need to alter my reality. I have a good enough reality. Reality for me is good. Why alter it? Now, he certainly came from a different background and could get away with something like that. But I was a poor kid. And I still looked at the reality of what the life was ahead of me is this is much better than anything any drug can give me. I'm just going to play it by the book. I'm going to go straight here, okay? But what cracks me up is they look at Donald Trump's 12 Cokes a day. Barack Obama smoked cigarettes the entire presidency, probably still smokes them. Who knows? Snorts a line of coke here and there. My bet is this dude is smoked reefer with some of his friends in Hollywood, and you can't get a peep. Now, early on, they would tell you, oh, he ate a hamburger today. Woo, what an accomplishment, because he's done nothing. But Donald Trump drinks 12 Cokes a day. 3 people in the New York Times published this inside look. Haberman, Thrush, and Baker. And then get this. While Trump's TV watching habits have often been a topic of conversation. God, why am I struggling here? The sheer amount of time the president spends with a television on is astounding. Mr. Trump spends at least 4 hours a day and sometimes as much as twice that in front of a television, sometimes with the volume muted. You know anybody like that? Well, you're listening to one. I go from one room to the next. I'll have 2 televisions on, 2 different things on sometimes. And it just becomes it's not a Linus's security blanket. It's just that there are things going on in the world that you need to be aware of. There are breaking news and all. It's like saying a kid. It's surprising to believe that children, kids of today, teens, millennials, spend 2 hours a day with their phones, with their, 4 hours a day, or 24 hours a day with their phones. Unbelievable. And it would be different, folks, if this was something where they were telling you a little inside peek for your viewing pleasure, for your reading pleasure. But they're not. They're telling you this in hopes that it'll make you feel negative about Donald. He drinks 12 Diet Cokes a day. He can't be healthy. Unbelievable. They say he shares his thoughts with anyone in the room, even the household staff. You know what that means? He sees everybody is invested.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.